Hi, everybody. I
Hi.
forgot it's not me clicking a bunch of buttons. Green Deck, it's got the whole enchilada for us. Well, it's lovely to see you play. Yay! And great to see you, chatters and viewers as you pile in droves. Now that we're officially live. Um, well. Let me get some. Well, I guess we're technically still on the ship, so let me get this little ship sailing audio for our wonderful players here. We'll just get it started for wonderful viewers, just in the background. Whew, after um, an interesting battle with with a pirate ship, the crew came out successful. The captain they've hired ran the pirate ship, managing to sink it as the pirates scurried on board their ship, the fishing ship. They managed to dispatch everybody, save for one individual whom they questioned, and they learned that that nasty um, pirate that's been in the city, actually Bjorn Midstval, is actually constructing like a small pirate cove here in the Isles where they're at, trying to use it as a base of operations, really good launching point for raiding a bunch of these port cities whenever they need, or the traffic, seafaring traffic in this area. Um, but first things first, they know where in Reese Isles that is located. Handful of buildings, small dock for like 5 or 6 ships. Um, but they're on a mission to find an elder dragon. They've sailed within the Isles up to the northwesternmost isle, where they've laid anchor um, late in the morning. I think it's 11 a.m. I think it was um, about 300 feet offshore, where the water's still deep. They'll need to take a rowboat up onto. They found an area that has maybe a 50, 70-foot strip of ocean, of beach rather, where they can take a rowboat up nicely and get their bearings before searching, navigating, yeah, whatever they plan on doing to find this elder dragon hidden away here. So with that, we'll say here, as the anchor drops down, Eris lowering the anchor into the ocean, sails drawn. Um, the captain comes around. Well, all right. This is the only strip of beach that we could find here. I do believe this will do the trick. If you need any materials to bring with you, food, water, pack up, of course, before you go, rations and such. I will keep anchor here as long as he's out far enough to manage the tide. If I spot any pirate activity, what would you wish I do? I can maybe take the ship of. Uh, I don't know if I can outrun a pirate ship, but
Hmm.
um,
Save
You have a
yourself.
flare? No.
if I spot a pirate ship, I'll board the island and see if I can either find safety or locate you and make you aware of what's happening. But I think we'll be good based on what he said. Kind of points over to that pirate if he's still alive. Oh yeah, down in the fish hold there. Um, who said that there wasn't going to be any other traffic from pirates for at least a couple days before they were expected to check in the ship that was destroyed. I think we'll be all right. But take the time you need. We'll be here. Just
Thank you.
lowering. Absolutely. Rowboats ready. You're all able to stock up on rations for the day. You paid for all that before you left the city. Um, and I'll leave it up to you as you all are on the ship here, ready to, if you want to disembark, whatever you'd like to do.
Let's
the
go.
island? Catsby's leaping into
Alright.
the boat like, let's do this. Yeah.
I guess. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Grazera's with her. Let's get off of this godforsaken ocean. Primordial forsaken ocean.
Excellent. You've got plenty of strong rowers, so there's several oars. So you make quick pace up to the island, pull the ship up on shore, and you have arrived on this beautifully tropical, beautiful tropical island. And I believe that we're into the oops, wrong document, Dan. So silly. So yeah, it's late February, but up here it's gotten pretty. It's relatively warm with the tropical climate. Um, so 70s, 80s, warm for where you've been before you travel up the continent.
Grazera hugs the island. Face first into the sand and hugs it.
Excellent. Beautiful white sand beach here, about 50, 60 feet long, 25 feet deep. Uh, Dense tropical forest in front of you. And with that, actually, I'll switch and give us some extra cool ambiance for y'all. Tropical island ambiance. Be the new little waves lap up behind you. Truly just sort of nestled inside, kind of almost this little miniature cove. Some fallen logs that are stone that reach into the waters. You have your packs ready, everything else, the ship hoisted up and well on shore, so as not to be taken by the tide. And how would you like to begin your journey? Does anyone have you know, any searching they want to do? You want to just take a direction, or
Quick
Char just
question.
starts walking.
Which will be appropriate because Ignatius will whip out his notebook, start prepping, and just sees charges charging off. But
Mhm.
I assume it's morning. That it took the rest.
Yeah, it's like late morning, maybe 11 a.m. or so.
Okay, so noting the time and position of the sun and gets a rough idea of which way's which. And
Um, sorry, we had a long rest since the last combat.
Yes, yes.
Um, sorry, I had another question that escapes me. But
If it pops back up, let me know. And be sure to put a long rest in D&D Beyond too for everyone in case you haven't since the battle.
yeah, you make sure all the slots are reset and all that nicety. Uh, yeah. So he'll try to catch up to Ignatius. Will try to catch up to Shar.
Okay. All right. So you see, everyone sees that shard just takes off. Ignatius starts packing notes back out the book after making some notes, catches up to Shar. Catherine, are you just walking with Shar already?
I think not initially.
Mhm.
She'll see that Shard just kind of went. She'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like just try to like fly to catch up,
Okay.
and then walk behind Char.
You begin to fly. Quickly realize that the tropical nature of the trees and everything is so dense. It's very difficult to fly. Having room to fly through, you kind of have to get down and
Gross.
little tiny puffs of wing to like buffet you forward until you catch up. All right, Ignatius, you begin catching up. Ash, are you? What would you like to do and all that?
She'll try to catch up. Did you want me to try and take my broom up and see if I can see anything, or do you think it's too dense anyways?
higher ground somewhere would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just go up and just see if I can see anything, and then I'll come back
Okay.
down.
All right, takes you a while
Look.
to get up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Sure.
I was gonna say look for a settlement or look for perhaps herds of animals that a dragon might eat.
Got it.
You go to fly upward, and due to the incredibly dense nature of the trees and canopy of this tropical land, it takes like a couple minutes to navigate up through very slowly, carefully, like very slowly. Finally breaking free and breaching the canopy. How far up do you want to fly to look?
Um,
It's a
should we
relatively large
try?
island.
Yeah. I don't have a exact feet number, but
Mhm.
anything that would give her just some view of a pretty wide area.
Okay. You go up, and you're able to take in a relatively decent size, distance view of the island
Hmm.
here. Um, there are some areas that kind of block where the center of the island seems to rise a bit. Not mountainous by any means, but large hills, and they kind of block whatever is the rest of the island behind that. But looking around, you don't see any openings in the canopy. But go ahead and make a perception check just to take in, see what you might pick up and find out.
Sure. Let me just do that in D&D Beyond since I don't have my shit out. Damn. 10.
Okay. Your broom flies up and hits you. No, just kidding. uh, I saw it swing around on you. Oh no. Just kidding. Sorry. You don't see any openings in the canopy. No
Okay.
signs of smoke or anything. Um, so there aren't any. You're not able to spot anything, unfortunately, that like Rizura kind of advised you to look for. It's just really dense canopy most of the area.
Okay. She'll go back down and just kind of like probably like as she gets on the ground, like getting leaves and stuff off of her from the trees, and you know, I I didn't see anything right now, but once we travel a bit, I'll go back up and take another look around.
Okay. So far, your note, Ignatius, you've been heading northwest. Shar probably went like perpendicular to the shore, I imagine. Shar, just like into the island. You're heading northwest from which you think is likely some portion of the southeastern part of this island, because that's from where you approached. You're starting at the southeast and navigating up northwest towards the center, roughly. So far,
Does Ignatius know the shape or layout of the island just in broad terms?
I would say no. Only because maybe that initial portion. I'm sure that it sounded like he mapped out that beach and the areas probably approaching. So there's maybe like a 16th of the perimeter that you probably have in that southeastern part.
Okay, next question. Ignatius, do you have keen mind?
No.
Okay. Grisura does, so Grisura always knows which way is north.
That is very.
So I think Grisura will probably offer, given that this isn't something she's seen Ignatius handle before, kind of offer to help with kind of the not the navigation, but maybe the orienteering. And being Grisura, she'll probably get super fixated on what are you doing? Like, what do we do next? What's going on? So
Um, thank you, Grizzer. That is that's good to know, and that is a fantastic thing. I wish I could do that. It takes a little bit of effort to figure it out, but for you to naturally know it, that is quite special.
no, it's easy. You just triangulate the and then she starts talking about things that are
I love it.
mathematical and arcane and maybe don't make a whole lot of sense to her, much less you.
If Shark Ash comes back down, um,
Yeah, yeah, she does.
um, I guess Ignatius would ask, "Can you get a general feel for how big the island is?"
Um, DM.
With a 10, I'd
Yeah.
say you know, you'd have an. I'm sure you'd have a takeaway. Whatever your takeaway is might be inaccurate. You know,
Okay.
so you can pass along confidently what you think it is, but you know, with a 10, it'll be
Um,
moderately inaccurate.
pretty big.
Ah,
There's a lot of space. There's a lot of trees. Um, there's some like little like peaks and valleys that are that I'm having trouble seeing over, or I had trouble seeing over. But there's a lot of space that we probably have to cover.
uh,
But
Ignatius will have his notebook out and start to write, and then stop writing, and then sort of, okay, good. Sort of like, well, that was no help, but
Thank you.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Nice.
well, might as well get to it.
Okay.
I guess moving in this direction will generally move towards the middle, I would suppose, right? Starting at southeast, if we move northwest, we're heading kind of towards the middle.
Who would you
Uh,
say maybe is taking the lead at this point and walking through? Are you still letting Shar walk ahead, or is Grisura Ignatius, taking over it all? I'm gonna have someone do a survival check. Just look at the picture. He's sort of
uh,
leading.
It's not Ash. That's for sure.
Gazura can. I mean, Gazura probably would be willing to, whether or not they're good at it. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Ignatius
Mm-hmm.
would try.
Okay.
Not no telling, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because well, here's the thing: Ignatius would be a little deliberate in progressing forward,
Yeah.
and that might not be quite as fast as some
Gotcha.
would like to go.
Well, tell me,
So
Shar,
we'll see if
then.
that plays out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Because
what's your
he's going to
take?
be like every 10, 15 yards,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be like, he's going to take his scimitar out and find the nearest tree, something he
Mm.
can mark
Yep.
and notch the tree.
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
just, you know, showing a direction, like
Right.
general survival type stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. But he's just going to do
Let's
that out of habit.
let's all see your boop, boop. Shar, I guess what's your energy through this? Are you pausing for that? Or are you just marching ahead?
Shar's energy is that how she found the first place was by flying and then not being able to fly through. So right now she's walking and waiting until she can't walk through, or whatever similar energy that she assumes is coming with this.
Okay.
So she found it once by
Mm-hmm.
blindly traversing, and we're just kind of doing that again
Nice.
because
Okay.
evidence is not proven yet that that's not a suitable method of locating a place.
All right, neat. Well, I'll turn it over a bit to like Grisura, Ash, and Kethri. As you see, so there's different paces happening now. So Shar marching ahead, and oh, uh huh.
do you want to roll inspiration?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, let's definitely do that.
That was the other thing.
Thank you
I
so
knew I
much.
had
Oh,
something.
that was it. Okay, thank you. It's a really good point. And just think on it, Grisura, Ash, and Kethri, how you want to handle Shar's marching ahead, Ignatius carefully marking a return path, and the party's kind of starting to pull apart. And when we after this roll, we'll kind of check in and see like if any of you have a person you want to stick with, or if you want to say anything. Okay, so for the DM roll, just straight D20s, and we'll start with Warren. 5. Okay. Staff.
16.
16. Okay. Frank.
12?
12. Alrighty. Lil. Excuse me.
17.
17. Okay. And Tasha.
9.
Woo! Today, Steph and Frank will get it. I rolled a 14, and you're both 2 apart in opposite directions. So,
Nice.
yeah. So we're level 5 now, which doesn't reflect on the nameplate. Oops. Oh, no, I didn't do it because Because I'm gonna do the stats too, and I'm waiting. I gotta check out once everyone gets their stuff up. Might be done now actually. Anyway, I'll look at that later. Whee! Brain everywhere. Okay, so yeah, so it's a D6. Actually, hang on. It's level 5. Bardic. Let me take a quick. Yeah, 5th level. I'm almost positive it goes up to 8. A D8. 5th level,
Ooh.
D8. It is now a D8. We made it. For both Steph and Frank tonight. Excellent. So I'll check back in to see if, you don't have to, but if Grisura, Ash, and Kethri have a person they start gravitating toward, whether Shar up front or Ignatius in the back, or if anyone has anything to say, is the divide gets larger and larger.
Catherine wants to stick as close to Shar, but is also wanting to keep an eye on Ash. So she wants to be like sort of in between
Okay.
the two, as close to both if possible.
Okay, I'll check in with Ash next time to see where they are.
I am pretty sure that Ash would probably, kind of walk with Ignatius.
Okay. I guess where your spread's getting further and further and
No!
further between the two of them.
Okay. She'll be closer to Shar then.
Okay.
Just
But still
Catherine
keeping
keeps
them.
looking back at us.
And
Weird.
Grisura, how about
Yes.
you?
All right, we progress on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to check and see if Grisura, do you have either
Oh.
party you're gravitating toward or anything you want to?
Gazura's gone kind of single-minded on this whole map making, orienteering, trying to figure out what Ignatius does and learn from them a little bit. So
Oh, okay.
it's probably pretty focused on Ignatius and kind of willing to lead. So to bushwhack ahead of him or whatever. So
Okay. Right. Well, let me do a quick roll and see. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna have 2 separate rolls then. Ignatius, and you can be assisted by or pass it over to Grisura for a survival check if you want. Grisura is there to, to let you know I'm here to help. And then Shar for the other survival check. But I'll let Ignatius and Grisura decide. You can help one another do it with advantage, or just one of you, or you can both do it.
I will assist Grisura if they are willing to step out.
So Grisura with advantage, Shar straight roll for survival. And let me know once you find out.
with advantage, that is a 20 survival.
And then Shar, once you're set.
22.
Okay, well, thankfully, you both are heading towards the center of the island, as discussed a little bit earlier. That's where Shar took off, and that's where Ignatius is looking to go. Oh, okay, gotcha. Everyone's on track, but you're definitely heading out of sight of one another. Just to put that out, because it's really dense, and over the next couple of hours of sort of trekking that direction, Shar is on a full march, and Ignatius is very meticulously, setting the path. So, stop me if anyone does anything to interrupt us, but otherwise, Shar and Kethri pull ahead and go out of sight.
Oh boy. If Ignatius sees that, he will, definitely mention it to Grisura and Ash, and like, okay, we gotta. I would like to map this better, but we can't risk getting out of sight of the others.
I was
And-
keeping pace with you.
And I appreciate that, but I'm gonna pick up the pace so we can catch up to the others. It's not safe to get
Okay.
separated.
Yeah.
And I'll look to Grisor just to confirm.
Yeah, yes, we should definitely catch up with Catherine. Yes, agreed.
Up top.
Keep that
Um,
keep that internal sense going. We're going to need it,
okay.
and we'll pick up the pace.
I think the piece doesn't take too long, because you just caught like, wait, where are they? But you've been, paying attention, so you know that just happened. Maybe another 15 minutes or so, and you're caught back up to seeing Catherine, and then ahead of her car. All right, navigation's on point towards the center of the island. Any breaks today in the marching? Anything for for lunchtime, or are you waiting till dinner, making a strong march in the island?
Oh. I know that
Catherine
Ash
would-
should be complaining about being hungry if they skip lunch.
Catherine would also like some lunch, but I think she would try to convince Shar to like, hey, food. As like reminder, self-care, food, water.
Well, I think if Ash's complaining about food is within earshot, uh Char would have immediately halted and start prepping out rations.
Yeah, you would hear Ash just kind of like not directly complain to people, but like start just talking to her broom of like, oh, don't stop for lunch soon. Oh, belly, be quiet. Oh, don't worry, Cassie. We'll be getting some food soon, I think. Hopefully.
Awesome. I sure hope this Gremlin doesn't give away your location.
And Char would immediately like just stop and start setting up a little mini camp with food and shit.
Okay,
Oh, lunch, what a nice idea.
beautiful. All right, yes, you're able. Anyone if Grisura is still hacking, plants and stuff, macheting stuff down, and shards, so be able to clear a little space to prepare some lunch. Are you using any fire to heat anything?
I don't like how you asked that.
No, I don't think I will.
Of course. Why wouldn't we?
No, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Grisar,
Heavy wooden thicket.
I can make a bonfire if you need. Do you think we need
Please
that?
don't.
Okay. All right.
You realize the reason the DM asked is because if we don't start a fire, then we're in serious trouble.
Let's hope they start a
right,
fire.
That's
Like,
it.
what's the DM again? What's that? Grisor?
It's a DM.
While
Consider
eating,
if we're just stopping for lunch. We're not exactly camping for the night. No, it's we don't need.
We're
not
just eating
Ignatius
our
yet.
rations.
Yeah,
Okay.
just catching our breath, so to speak.
Yum.
Little turkey and Amy's
Turkey
okay.
and cheese. That's
Well-
a couple of days old. This is great.
while eating, Char would turn to Grisura and ask in Orcish, "Are you using your language spell?"
No, not at the moment.
And then turn to Kethri in a hushed infernal.
Infernal can get.
Yeah.
Romantic. That romantic whispered infernal.
Well, you know what they say, infernal's the romance language.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay.
It is.
Nothing quite oils the gears like infernal.
Yeah, nice.
Turning to Kethri. Who was that being you summoned to bring back Ash?
Well, Her name is Lilith. And she's like this primordial vampire badass who lives in like Moonfell or whatever and like ushers in the souls of the faithless departed. um are you asking who or why?
It was who, but I suppose that only brought more questions.
I mean, that's who she is. Um she's the reason why I'm alive. Otherwise, I would be dead in a forest outside of whatever area that was. I missed the name of it, but yeah, that I've been decomposing there.
Why? Why did she?
Why did she bring me back? Because I bargained with her and I wasn't ready to go. I wanted to come back. And it was great because I'm healthy. It's amazing. I'm no longer sick or weak. Emphasis on the weak.
I always
I
thought you were strong, Catherine.
Well, now I can be physically more strong. Or just more dexterous.
Is she where your powers came from?
Yeah. Yeah. So in return, I help go after souls or ghosts or undead or whatever that have escaped. And I help to bring them back. I think it's a pretty fair deal. Because I get to live and crochet. And then it brought me back to you. So I think that was worth it. But I trust her wholly.
Her gaze just turns pensive and she continues eating. Doesn't say anything else.
Okay. All right. The ambiance goes from Ash's stomach grumbling to the grumbling language of Infernal until conversation, again, Ash's stomach stops. As full bellies are had, at least enough to, continue the trek before properly settling for the night. You definitely feel the temperature. The humidity really is what you feel a little more inside this far in. Now that you've made it a little ways into the island, heat's probably the same. It just feels another 15 degrees as the sweat sticks to you like wet blanket. It's not terribly hot, but it's probably pushing like feeling like the 90 degree Celsius, now somewhere around there versus Celsius, yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, no, we'd be dead. Yeah, in my head in that moment, I'm like, crap, I've got to say it in Celsius too for warm, but I think is it 4 9 or 9 4? What's the conversion? So, and then I was in Celsius. So ta-da, dance green. But like mid 90s, but just very humid mid 90s. So it could be worse, but still a little unpleasant. Um, as you don't have much to pack up, but you're getting your packs on and packing away the rations, and you feel a small tremor in the ground that builds a little bit to almost a quake, like a small earthquake. The trees shimmy and shakes, and I don't know if there's coconuts here, but some fruit falls off the trees. It subsides. Small, nothing major, no destruction or anything, but it happened. So I'll give you a moment if you have any roleplay you want to do with that. Otherwise, we'll move along.
That could have been a large beast.
Yeah,
Oh.
Ignatius would have turned around and said, "Did the Earth move for you?"
I mean, then
Was
it
there
did.
was there any direction to it, or it was just omnipresent all around?
Just space.
Maybe earthquakes happen uh on this island. Maybe that's just a thing that it does.
Whether it's an earthquake or a beast, we can't change it. We might as well keep going.
Right.
True enough. True enough.
I'm going to fly up and just see if I can see anything. I'll be right back. We'll try to, since it's been a bit.
Mhm.
I would assume a few hours, Dan.
Yeah.
I shall fly back up to
Okay.
take another look.
Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It's just like flying on a broom, but going like at the speed of walking. You kind of like put a foot on a branch
Right.
here, moving around and fly up.
Mm-hmm.
You can finally make your way up through the canopy, and you see. I mean, you've walked. Let's see, it's around 11. Lunch probably around 2. So you've walked for like 3 hours or so. But in the scheme of the island, you look. You're like, okay, this kind of looks familiar. This viewpoint.
Yeah.
But looking around for anything, on the heels of Grisura saying, "Ooh, that could be a large beast," make a perception check, see if you spot anything, if you would.
Oh no, that was actually better than what I thought it was. That's a 23 total.
Oh.
Well, okay, yeah.
I
Not
thought
used
I
to
thought
Ash
it was
yet.
a 5.
Oh.
I thought it was a 5, but it was an 18. I
Oh,
just had to take a better look at it. Yeah.
nice. All right, as you take a careful look around, you are pretty confident that there isn't anything too large moving through the canopy. You know the canopy's thick, but expecting to see at least some movement in trees or something if there's something large above ground, then you don't spot anything like that.
Okay. All right. Do I get any better feeling about how big the island is?
Keeping that in mind from when asked earlier, you look back around. Let's see, with the 23, it was, I think.
It was a 23. Yes.
Okay. So it's not, in your normal skill set, but I will say with the 23, you do definitely get a better idea. You maybe at best guess would think that if you were to try and cross the eye, or if you're trying to reach the middle, which you are, that might look like a 2.5 day trek.
It-
2 to 3 days. Well, yeah, 2.5 to 3.5 days, because you're guessing.
To the middle of the
To
island.
the middle of the island.
Okay. All right. She'll go back down as carefully as possible. So she'll point at Grisora. No big monsters. Nothing that I saw that would cause an earthquake. Unless they're a really small big monster, which that's something different. But size of the island, I think that I kept that in mind. And I think that it would take us about 2.5 to 3 days to get to the middle of the island. So, I got a trek to go still. It seems. And she said that directly at Ignatius.
Mhm.
Oh, good. Good,
Yeah.
good, good. And he's really good. Good at town. Extrapolating that out to, okay, so that means,
Nice.
well, assuming it's
Yeah,
well,
and she'll kind of go over to the map and just be like, "Oh, it's right over," and just kind of try and help.
okay. Okay, that's much better because that's in 6 days total
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
in every direction. Okay, okay. All right, good, very good, very good.
So if that's the size of the island, this could take weeks to kind of cover it all, right?
If you were
It
to
would take, it
thoroughly
could take
check,
a while.
oh, sorry,
Yeah.
that wasn't a
Oh,
DM.
yeah, yeah,
My bad. My bad.
yeah, yeah. Assuming, yeah, 3 days to the middle, and then if we have no luck in the middle, then we'd have to pick one of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take a while. Hopefully, we might, but absent of anything else, um, moving to the middle, I guess, would be a good idea. And deciding from there which way to branch out if we need to.
Sure.
Right. Trek continues. It's draining. It is. You're all very physical people. You've just trekked up the whole continent, over the past couple months. You're in good shape for hiking, but there's something about the heat and the humidity that
Yeah, we
really
are.
starts to, snap it out of you. But with your excellent survival rolls for today, you are headed towards the middle of the island. You do find a spot that would be decent to camp in. It's cleared enough, and with maybe like 30 minutes of brush clearing, you can set up some. You can even set up fence and stuff like that. If you wanted to stop at the regular time, unless you're trying to push tonight into exhaustion or anything for a few extra hours.
We could probably use the rest, eh?
Yeah, and with the
Definitely.
yeah, with the heavy canopy, we'll have little help from the night sky. So pressing on would not be a good idea.
I
Yes,
think the notion of sleeping on solid grounds.
Mm.
I'd certainly appreciate it. Yes. So let's get to work. Take out a scimitar and start
To
clearing.
set watches, of course.
Okay. All right, you begin clearing out. Can I have everyone make a perception check for me as you're navigating the space and clearing it out and getting things set up? And I will start the perception check-ins with Kethri this time. We'll go backwards.
Ooh, a 19.
19. Okay. Char,
17.
17. All right, Ignatius.
11.
Okay, doke. Ash.
Also 17.
Oh, all right. And Reserve? A 7. Okay. So you just head down, getting the grunt work out of it, cleared away. Let's see. Anyone with a 17 or higher would find not very far from this beautiful site that you found. You hear the sound of subtly rushing water. Nothing like Grand Rapids or anything like that. But here's some rushing water, maybe just a minute or two nearby. It's up to you if you want to pursue or see what's going on with that. But you do hear it, and might be a source of fresh water. Could things like that. So let me know if anyone wants to deal with that while the rest of the camp's being set up. 17 or higher would hear it.
I would go, probably.
Okay.
I would follow.
Alrighty. Okay. So
Yeah, I would see that they had it and I would just let them go.
okay. Ignatius? Oh wait, you got a 9, didn't you, or something?
11. 11.
11.
I did not
Okay.
notice. Yeah.
I mean, you will see them heading out. In fairness, everyone, regardless of your
Ash
perception,
would tell Brazora and Ignatius, like, oh, we heard the sound of rushing water.
okay.
He would, yeah. Ignatius would yell, "Yeah, be careful. I mean, water's good for us, but it's also good for other things. So you might bump into something heading for the water."
Okay.
Okay.
Wizard clearing brush. Ash, maybe setting up camps or helping clear. Ignatius, what would you like to be doing here? Same thing, just kind of setting up tents and cutting down the
Yep.
brush and stuff.
Yep.
Three of you are hard at work with that. Char and Kethri, you go nearby and you find that there is it's sort of a self-contained little waterscape. There's water bubbling up from underground that seems to be filling almost a pool of water, slightly elevated. It's rushing over this small, maybe 5 foot little waterfall, really wide, about 15 feet, down into a larger pool below. It also seems to have water, bubbling up from underground. Um, do you want to test the water or anything like that as you see this? Maybe a minute and a half from camp. Okay. You give it you test. It's fresh water. It does have a little element of why can't I think of the word? Sulfur. In that it's like a heated spring. The water very nice, very warm. In a comfortable way versus the humidity of the jungle. You basically found the hot springs out here.
We found a hot spring.
Can I ask the two of you to just make a quick perception check as you're out here? And Char,
Or
let
I
me know
go
what you do.
cannonballing in.
Nice, yeah. You get advantage if you perceive wild cannonball. It's too late to do anything.
Too
Just
late.
kidding. Char, what'd you get?
12.
And Catherine? A 5. Okay. Yeah, you are in fact cannonballing. Char, you watch. She goes by as you're perceiving. Thankfully, um, aside from like a tiny couple little squirrel-sized little critters, not squirrels out here, but akin to that in the jungle, kind of scurry off from the water's edge as you approach. Nothing menacing or dangerous or anything. Seems to be pretty clear. Catherine, the water feels amazing.
Oh my god. I'm so rejuvenated right now. We should go tell the others so we can all come over here and just do like a little hot spring hangout. Please. Please. Please.
It doesn't matter to me.
Will you join?
I will remain in the area.
Nice.
Fine. That's fair. Okay with this. But let's go get the others. Okay. Okay. Just excited.
You hear like everyone else back at camp. You hear something rushing through the grass back to the camp as Kethri leaps out from the edge of the jungle. With what news, Kethri?
Y'all. There is a hot spring nearby. The water is perfect. I think we all need a soak to relax our limbs and to just hang out.
Sure, why
Please.
not?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Is it safe?
Oh, yeah. I was just in there. It's fine. Great.
Yeah.
I feel so rejuvenated right now.
It's all right. Oh, good. Okay, good. Great. Ignatius?
Ooh, Ignatius.
I'll take a look. I mean, every spring is a hot spring for me. I mean,
Ooh,
I can warm up water anytime I want.
That
fair.
must be a cool feature.
Oh, it comes in very handy.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
what I mean, well, we should be a little careful. Not everybody in at the same time, I think. But you know, yeah, let's
Well,
Is
relax
Shar
our
kicking in?
muscles.
I don't think so. I think
Oh.
they're just going to be in the area.
Okay.
I tried,
All right.
but Arca changed
Okay.
their mind. I don't know, but let's all just go.
Just
Let's
because
go.
we're super far from home, I think Rizura will do a survival check just to make sure there's nothing dangerous or nothing in the area that before we just relax.
Absolutely. You may do that with advantage given your background.
$13.
Okay. You see, you make an assessment, and you find that the most potentially dangerous thing that's left any marks or trail would be some creature maybe no larger than a tiger, maybe even smaller than that, something akin to a deer, but in the jungle. That has clawed trees. They sort of mark territory a little bit. I think a tiger might be too strong, but something more in the size of like a buck, a deer, you know.
Yes.
So
Okay. I mean, Grisura will keep their bow at the edge of the hot spring just in case, we launch into naked combat. But
yes.
having said that, Grisura will strip down and get in the hot tub.
Okay, nice,
Hey,
nice. Reserve is in. Um, Ash, how about you? Are you getting in the water?
Yeah, I think that Ash would probably, yeah, just take her clothes off and get in.
Okay,
yay!
all right, you slip in.
Yeah.
Um, Ignatius, how about you? Were you jumping in?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he would yeah, take his clothes off, disrobe, and whereas everyone else, with a hot spring sort of goes in increments, he
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
walks right on it. It's like
Nice.
Oh.
nothing.
Nice. All right. um. Well, Kethri, I'll check with Shard in a sec in case, but Kethri, you're already like cannonballing back in, or
Yes,
ah,
yes. She has disrobed and is back in the hot spring, like spa.
nice, nice. Shar, after seeing everyone kind of slip in, anything for you? Okay, all right. And I guess just to ask, and I'm not trying to make it like naked and stuff, but are you also, in group format going in nudie pants, or are you just doing your thing? No pressure either way. Just want to feel for
I
the
think she'd
vibe.
have like some form of undergarment
Like that
on, but
fundoshi, like sumo wrestlers, with a little band on the top. Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. All right. You all, slip into the water.
Oh.
Um, Beautiful. It's somehow like it's not, despite the heat and humidity of the jungle, it's very refreshing. This hot water, with a waterfall. It's a decent bit of fall, 5 6 feet. Ushers forth a little bit of a cooling spray mist that kind of washes over your faces. It's um before you're attacked by a giant anaconda. Oh no, this Ignatius, you're okay.
Got
um,
in.
yeah, it's a really, really recuperative and relaxing. It's a little difficult to get out when it's finally, starting to get dark and time to make food.
While we're in there, Ash is
Mhm.
going to do some dancing lights, kind of like above
Oh,
the hot spring.
nice.
God, I love that so much. Can Kethri prestidigitation? I was like, there's something I want to do.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
little sparks with the dancing lights.
Oh, wonderful. Oh gosh, yeah. Travel hasn't been easy up the coast. It certainly hasn't been easy today trekking through here, but this is just a comfortable moment. You all get to share little stories, little moments of the day, and whatever. Plenty of small talk that comes up in this moment here. And as you all are finally ready, get out and head back to make some dinner, you find that your maximum HP is increased by 3 permanently. You're soaking
Oh.
in these.
Y'all are welcome.
Nice. Nice. So please feel free to just add it to your rolled HP. Just add 3
Yeah.
on top of whatever number you got, and I do it.
3. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Head back to camp. Really rejuvenated, feeling just better than ever. There's a tiredness that you're gonna eat a full meal and get a good night's sleep tonight. But very rejuvenated. Any fires tonight to cook food, or just sort of like the rations that don't use fire?
Rations is my vote.
Are you making the food tonight, Shar? Then would you use fire, or are you just doing the ration, kind of dried rations?
Let's do dried rations.
Okay. So full bellies again at dinner, a good night's rest. Once you wake, your permanent HP +3 buff there is added and effective, and you have another day of travel. I guess I'll give you all a moment to kind of discuss in RP which direction you're headed. Ash, do you have something first?
Ash would have kept an eye out when she wasn't trancing last night, just to see if she saw any, and also like when they were over at the springs, if she saw any moths or anything on this island.
Oh, it's okay. None yet.
Okay,
None yet.
all right, but she'll keep it. She'll keep an eye out for that
Okay.
in general.
I'll make a note. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll give you a minute to role play like the plan for the day.
Sorry, what are our normal watches? I know we didn't do that. Just I'm curious what the
Oh.
watches are. Do we have set watches at this point, or we're still not sure?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Ash would have probably offered to do watches while we're on the island. Just, I mean, one watch at least. I mean, one watch only, but like, so that way she would like kind of fly above and just keeping that eye out between there and on the ground. So
I guess the only reason I'm asking is Grisura's going to look for a moment to ask Kethri what the hell happened on the boat, but it's probably not tonight because I'm assuming the watches won't line up that way. So.
Oh, okay. We haven't started the morning. We can easily just pop the watches in and give the opportunity. That's totally fine.
Unless Kethri and Grisura end up on the same watch, and I doubt it.
Okay, gotcha.
Then I don't think it'll happen. So
I'll make sure I check in tomorrow night just to cover, just in case. Okay. So
Yeah,
morning comes around.
Ignatius will take first watch.
All right. The first watch. Does Grisura have a preference? The second or third watch? I can't recall.
I think Grisura was normally third for some reason.
Third. Okay. All right. So we'll have Ash on second.
Ash would take second.
Yeah. Thankfully tonight, just roll wise, I won't make you do perception tonight. We'll pick it up tomorrow. But nothing that night. Thank goodness. You're all able to wake up, and Char's got some breakfast going for everybody, some rations. But she's making them taste nice. And I'll let you all discuss, what the plan is, if there's anyone leaving, or if you're continuing to the center of the island.
Does Ignatius have any particular insight on how to best locate features, or how to explore a new area, something like that?
This is a good question. Yeah, normally I would, I would have a destination in mind without it. Or a specific direction. So
Is there higher ground that maybe we can get a vista of some part of the island? That might make sense.
Ash would have reported, I think anyway, let me know, Ash, but there was a higher ground in the center. The island sort of slopes out from the center. Not mountainous, but like hilly and just a relative higher ground in the middle.
And Ash could probably, I mean, I would say, be able to point in the direction where the center of the island is. I think it was over there.
Make a quick survival check, Ash.
Okay, yeah, that's
Because it's
fine.
been all night since you you were up
Nope, you're
there.
good.
You have a
That is a 15 total.
okay, it's pretty. You're pretty close.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just to be clear, Ash doesn't seem too sure of herself either. So she's like, it's over there, I think. We go in that direction. I think that will take us where we need to go.
It
So
seems
that
to
way?
mostly track Berserk with your sense of north too. That's
Okay.
that's
I
pretty
mean, Gazora will
northwest.
just kind of relay the directions for Ignatius to report on his whatever he's
Right.
drawing.
Okay.
So, is anyone leading?
Yeah.
I mean, I
yeah.
I was gonna say I'll just be at the front, but I don't want to lead. I'm just here with my swords.
Char, you want to lead? Wow.
It was a little
Sorry.
low. It was like here.
Char wanted to lead yesterday. I don't see why we would change.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
That's how you know
And I'll
Shara's a
fly up
doppelganger.
occasionally. I'll fly up occasionally a couple of times and just kind of check things out above. But
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. May I have Char and Ignatius make a survival check? Ignatius, thanks to Berserk's aid, you can do it with advantage.
Nice.
And Ignatius, let me know what you get first, if you would.
Tough decision. 25 or 26? 26.
Oh, nice. Luck. No, just kidding. No.
Yeah. Oh,
What'd you get, Shard?
You got a 9.
Awesome. Okay. You both, you veer off a little. Shar. Ignatius is sort of headed in a certain direction. It's up to you if you want to kind of like course correct, seeing like which direction Ignatius is going as you're all navigating, but the two of you are effectively leading. You continue through the island on day 2. Humidity not quite as bad today. Still uncomfortable. Not terribly bad. There's another maybe an hour and a half into your trek. Shake to the ground. There's some pebbles on the ground shake, and trees. Some more fruit falls. And it's rustly. You see some birds flock up suddenly, and then it dies down. It's subtle as far as that feeling of a quake goes, and passes. In fact, you do get there is a little aftershock a little bit, a minute or so later. So
oh,
carrying on now, or anything you want to do as that occurs.
uh, Ignatius is going to ask Shar, since, Shar has had an experience with this elder dragon. Pardon my, I don't know, lack of exactly asking what I want to ask. Do you think that your this elder dragon would be particularly sensitive to, say, us? I'm thinking, just as a crazy analogy, us knocking on the door, so to speak, maybe casting a spell just to create an aura of magic that a creature like that could pick up on.
I'm sure they're aware we're here.
Oh,
I believe I only made it into the area I did because they allowed it.
That's very interesting. So we're basically just waiting for it to be comfortable to reveal itself.
Are they aware that we're coming? Or okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? That's the whole point of us going here. Okay.
Char makes a raspberry and continues on.
No, she does
I'm
not.
just kidding.
That does not fit with my cool and
I
mysterious
know, you're right.
vibe. Thank you.
Every time Char walks away all stoic, you can't see the face she's making, but it's one of those little cat faces, like, you know, like, I got him. No, just kidding. All right, so y'all continue your journey. Um, lunchtime settles in. You're able to stop. I'm really liking the idea that Ash is the one to prompt it now each day.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Again.
For sure. Everyone is walking ahead, doing their thing, and Ash is just like, oh, oh, and stomach. Yes. Oh, oh.
I want to keep up, but I just don't have the energy. You know?
Right. You guys just go ahead. I'm just having a little trouble. I think I'm just running out of bit of energy, running a bit low.
If I collapse, it's okay. Leave me behind.
She'll just like get on her broom and just start riding the broom, just like laying on it, like
An arm droop down, dragging on
Yeah.
the ground.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Like there's just no energy left.
I love it. Love it.
Ash, if you require food, you can tell us and we'll stop.
Oh, if you think that we should stop for food, yeah, that'd be good.
It wasn't on my mind, but yeah. I love it.
Yeah, you know that you now that you mention it, I think stopping for food would be good. Yeah.
I think you mentioning when you're hungry would be better.
Oh, don't mind me. Don't mind
I
me.
have
I'm
to.
just
You're part of their group.
Have you met Faitho?
all right.
Clearly
It's-
not.
yeah. Eccentricities in their blood. That's awesome. So you're able to stop, have a nice tasty lunch, and continue your journey. I would ask everyone, please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Great.
Ignatius and Char will actually have advantage on this. So Ignatius and Char can roll with advantage. Straight wisdom save for everyone else. And Laura, let me know once you get your roll.
20.
20. Okay, nice. Ash.
That's a 6.
Nice. Ignatius?
25.
25. Wow, nice. Char?
Nat 20 for 23.
Ease. Okay. And Catherine?
10.
Nice. Okay. You finish lunch, bellies are full, you all have a good amount of energy, and you are, as Ignatius and Char are leading the group, Grisura hacking, and helping as well in the lead there. Kethri and Ash, the two of you just keep veering off course, like to the point of like, not noticing, but you're separating from the party. And the two of you are sure you're going the right way. So I'll let that role play out as Ignatius, Char, Grisura, you see Ash and Kethri, or Ash and Kethri, you see the other three going in a different direction. You're like, that's not the right direction. You said this way, and this is the right way. But I'll let you all role play that out as the two things start to split.
Oh.
I imagine Kethri would be near Char, so she would just kind of keep grabbing Kethri
Mhm.
and pulling her back.
We're going this way.
No, we're not.
But it was supposed to be this way.
You're not leading.
Pretty
No, but y'all said
sure-
it was this way.
Pretty sure.
Right? Right?
This way. I think
guess
Catherine's
you-
right.
No,
You're
north
both
is that
wrong.
way. North is very definitely that way.
How do you know?
Did
Is it not obvious?
okay? So, can I ask a quick question out of character? If
Hmm.
if is it safe to assume that if you passed the wisdom saving throw, you felt nothing?
I would say, yeah, you would. Not right now. It might change. But for now, no.
Like
Okay.
after 5 drinks.
Just feeling good. That's all.
Grisera starts to talk about kind of the way the vegetation is set up and the way the leaves have oriented themselves and the hemisphere that we're in and the slope of the land and like all of the little things that kind of feed into her brain to understand that that is north and that is absolutely north.
I mean,
And you don't have to believe her, but
if
she
you
will
say
explain it as
so.
much detail as you want.
It all
I think
makes
the island
sense,
is
like what
weird.
Grisera is saying. You're just, you're just really not sure though that collectively this is the right way.
Yeah.
No.
Ignatius is going to be a little curious, and he's going to say to, like, trying to figure out why are they wandering off?
You can make a history
pretty
check then,
simple.
Ignatius. Yeah.
Well, let me just
Mm.
say that he's going to try a little, it's going to baffle him, so he's going to try a little experiment. He's going to say, gets oriented. He says to Ash and Ketri, follow me for 10 paces. And he's going to walk west for 10 paces.
Okay. Instead of the
And
north.
see what, all right, see what they do.
Okay. You see
Definitely not in the direction that they were being drawn.
Okay. As you walk directly west, they walk slightly southwest. They veer off a little further south than just heading west.
He looks back and he's
This way, Ignatius. That's where you were pointing. People
fascinated.
are acting so weird today.
Right? I thought I was just me that noticed.
He's sort of
Huh.
little, they just a sort of like ever so slightly bristle at the lack of what's the right word, inquisitiveness. It's gonna be like, this is like interesting to him. Like it's like I've told them to walk in this direction, yet they wander. So yeah, he's going to ritually cast detect magic.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how this might present.
Ritual's 10 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Set up.
and he's going to let the others know what he's doing. Yes,
Okay.
he's not just going to suddenly drop and just start doing things. Yeah.
Nice. So you don't ping anything. Well, actually, this is interesting. Detect magic. Wow. Okay. So there's a few extra things that I just realized with ping. All right. You don't ping anything on any particular individual here. No magic that is present. However, the entire 30-foot radius kind of lights up. Like there's magic in this space present. Not a person or anything, just magic. There's magic is filling the area. At least in the 30 feet that you get with the spell. Let's see. People's magic items ping.
Yeah, I mean, whatever about other people,
I'm
obviously, yeah.
gonna send you a direct message though, Frank, about
Ooh.
something that you would notice with this.
Discord or?
Yeah, I'll send it in Discord. Yeah.
Don't you tell him that Grisera's bow isn't magic. Nobody can know that. That's a secret.
That's amazing.
Winter's
I
Bite
think
is
he might have
magic,
just
and
told
nobody will
everyone.
believe otherwise. Ever. Has runes in it and
There's rules. Yeah, I was
everything.
gonna say.
There's
Awesome.
runes. It has to be magic.
That's kind of
Okay.
nice. Kind of a
All right.
side note, Ignatius, but I mean,
Yeah, a
you
little,
would,
little
yeah.
cherry on top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But all right, now do a history check to see if I can guess the nature of why this
Yeah,
has happened.
go for it. Mm-hmm.
22. Rolling good.
22?
17.
Nice.
Plus 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you, while not affected, you recall this feeling. You were in an area once that was turning you around, and you spent a lot of time trying to stay on track. And you know your directions pretty well. I mean, not to the point that Grisura does, that it's just built in. But, you know, this is your livelihood, and you got turned around a lot with that. And if you need more specifics, I can send them in Discord if you don't recall.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
No.
Oh, you
No.
remember. Okay,
Let's
gotcha.
just. No, I don't. I know what you're probably talking about. It's just I just want to. Yeah. Ignatius is going to stand up after doing that. He says, "There's something definitely going on here."
What it is ain't exactly clear.
Yeah. There's a man over there.
Mhm.
No. There's something over there. But this whole area is starting to just. It's not just an island. Well, obviously, I mean, but it's not a presence. It's more the island. Uh, God, should we going with nothing else to go on? And he will very carefully like mark up uh, some trees in the area, and we should just follow them for a little bit just to see if if things change.
You're continuing on there?
Following the direction that they're drawn into.
Ah, okay. Um, yeah, as you allow them to lead, you find yourself veering from northwest to west, and every so often it'll dip down to southwest, you know, and then back to west. Sort of away from the center of the island and more coasting off to the western coast. For however long, let me know how long you want to follow them.
Ignatius?
Um, I don't want to lose too much time, but let's do this for an hour and see.
Hour goes by, continues west. That's probably when Grisura will Ignatius. What are we? Uh,
All right, and I'll ask Ketri and Ash, do you feel any stronger or more stronger, less stronger about the direction we're going in?
you both feel
I
like
mean,
you're still headed on course to the middle of
we're
the
just
island.
we're just going towards the middle of the island, like
Yeah.
we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
Ignatius, I mean, it's been great to lead in. I didn't expect to lead today, but
Me neither.
it was a fun exercise. I don't know if I want to do it all day, but it seemed it was definitely interesting. But you know, we are heading in the right direction, right? So we'll just keep going this way, and we'll get to the center of the island like we talked about this morning.
Um, yeah, Ignatius will take a deep breath and say, "Listen, um,
Mm.
this kind of happened to me once, and I was hoping maybe it wasn't the same thing, and that this would have some sort of greater effect, that would be like an indicator that we're going the right direction. But the outcome from when it happened to me before wasn't good. I would go in circles. And it wouldn't resolve itself in any way. I'm sorry to say that, but it seems like this is the same thing. I think we should turn back and head true north. And I'll just give a look at the Griswold.
That way.
Nice.
So instead of, I guess instead of backtracking, we would just adjust course and head north from there.
Okay. All right, you just, of course, it's still, fairly northwest you have to go, but a little less so because you did move west
Right.
for an hour.
We jogged west for an hour, yeah.
So you continue going, and Ash and Guthrie continue just veering off. Are you just kind of pulling them back or roping them off, or what would you like? How would you like to handle?
Char's holding on to both of them.
Okay.
This is unnecessary.
I don't need a babysitter.
Yeah.
You're completely right.
If you'd like, I can show you how I know this is north, and Grisura will start talking about.
It'll be unnecessary.
That doesn't stop Grisura.
Nice.
Continues talking about blades of grass and the
Aw.
lichen and
That's amazing.
geodesic lines of intersection and stuff like that.
Perfect.
There's just a blank stare. Like Catherine's trying
Perfect.
really hard to understand what you're saying. She doesn't speak too much science or biology or whatever, so
I'm not that
It's like-
convinced Grisura does either, but you're getting a word solid.
Nice.
but she's like, no, you're wrong. Like in her head, she's like, no, you're wrong. It's this one.
Excellent. All right, so Ash and Kendra kind of locked down, gently, but with Shar, and yeah, it's frustrating. You know that they're leading you the wrong way, but until another few hours go by, 4 or 5, and you set up camp for the night. Yeah, everyone has a tasty meal. Any fire tonight, Shar, or still just sticking with the rations to play it safe? Okay. Yeah.
I don't like how often you're asking about fire specifically.
I just want to understand so I know if there's smoke going up or not.
You want to understand if we're all gonna die or not.
No.
Yeah. I played this game.
Nice.
Like we know you.
Oh no. Yay. Awesome. Well, full bellies from rations. Who would like to take, watches tonight? To say Grisura on 3rd, Ash on 2nd, I think it was, and Ignatius on 1st. Anyone pairing up with them tonight to? Okay, Catherine, do you want to have anyone in particular? You want to get all your sleep in first and then wake up to do your watch, or do you want to get a watch in first? Or
I mean, just because this happened, she'll pair up with Grisura because she wants to try to understand how this is north when this is actually north.
Perfect.
I'm-
And Shar?
I'll pair up on first.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Ignatius, all right.
Mhm.
Well, tents are set up, area's clear, and those that are going to bed find their way in. It does get a little cooler here at night. Your tents allow for some breeze without the bugs getting in. Lots of little mosquitoes and gnats and stuff that's, in the lady. You settle in for sleep as Shar and Ignatius take the first watch through the dense trees of the jungle. I'll ask first for a perception check from each of you as Shar and Ignatius, and then if there's any role play you want to do, we can that out. Oops. All right, Shar, what'd you get?
14.
Gives you 14. Okay, and Ignatius.
8.
Okay, nice. With those rolls, I'll pause for a moment and see if y'all have any role play you wish to do on your watch, and if not, I'll just continue on. Yeah. Okay.
Shar would be taking some time to try and put herself back into like the mental state that got her through the first area. Just kind of meditating and trying to steel her mental state to be able to push through.
Hmm. Okay. Right. Well. Mm-hmm.
Ignatius would probably be halfway through the watch, just after finishing up his, notes and making annotations about the strange, drawn into a direction and stuff like that. And then sort of like start to like think about, okay, what can I say? And then look over at Shar, who's got that steely meditation look, and just go back to his notebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
love
it's
it.
still, yeah, the look is more, you know, than it's, normally is. So he's like, oh, she's got something going on.
Yeah. To the notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Let's see. With those rolls, you're able to keep a careful eye out. Shar, you do notice, as the two of you, do a little patrolling, a little sitting. I mean, there isn't much patrolling because it's so dense, but you're keeping a careful eye around, and you spot a snake approaching you that he doesn't see. It's a snake up behind him. It's like a one-shot kill snake, but it's dangerous if it bites. What would you like to do, Shar? You notice that before he does.
Not quite walking over, but just kind of like in a flash there and stepping on its head.
Just your hands
The
and
snakes
notes.
are Ignatius's.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Awesome.
I was told that they were dangerous, so
The snake or Ignatius?
Yeah.
both.
Why not both?
Awesome.
That's
You
what about
feel
the hot
a
spring.
quick little breeze, and you're like, "What?" And you realize it's from the speed of Shar rushing next to you and stopping with a blow to the head of the snake, standing right beside you, and the breeze just kind of catches you. You look up, and Shar's from there to over here, and you probably don't see the snake yet. You just see her like crush her foot into the ground next to you.
Yeah, he's going to have a delayed reaction, like way too late, like quickly trying to get up and stumbling and falling up. It's like falling over and what
Oh.
was that? What's going on?
There was a snake.
Really? But he looks down at her foot.
Yeah,
Firm.
it's a head of a snake. The head's probably like half the size of her foot, or like almost the size of her foot, and it runs on like 8 or 9 feet. So a snake about this thick around, um,
That's
bright
that's
red back.
more of a constrictor.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. That's I'm a little embarrassed that you usually don't get caught off guard like that. Thank
She
you.
just reaches her arm down to help him pull him back up.
He accepts and dusts himself off.
Nice.
I'm not sure how it would have fared for the snake to bite you with the fire.
Would have been. Oh yeah, it would have taken some damage. But yeah, I still didn't want to. Let's not find out. Looks at the
Right.
size of the snake. It's like sort of quizzically. Snack?
She picks it up and just kind of like, depending on how big it is, kind of circle it around them
Mm-hmm.
as a warning.
I guess not. Okay. All right.
Nice. Okay. All right, and the rest of the watch carries on. Everyone's safe and sound. That moves us on to second watch, which is Ash. Actually, Shar and Ignatius, I'll let you to wake Ash up for the next or out of her trance for the next day. I like to pass off like that. So I'll let you role play it out for funsies.
Char will just kind of barge through the tent, but then is confused by the trancing,
Oh. Mhm.
because she hasn't seen it before. Ignatius,
Yes. And hoped.
what's wrong
Like-
with her?
Oh, they don't sleep. They meditate. They go into a meditative state and restore their energy that way.
I've not heard of this technique.
It's germane to certain races, but yeah, it's I think for them it's a racial thing. It's not a big deal. Just gently nudge them and they'll come out of it.
She shakes her a little too roughly.
Ashlyn,
Ashlyn, teach me to trance.
Oh, what?
They're both in your tent, like in the doorway. In your
Yes.
tent.
What is going on?
Will you teach
Ah.
me to trance?
Teach you to trance. I don't know if like trancing is something that I don't really know. I don't know if I can teach you to trance. I don't know if I'm the person that should teach you to trance. Maybe we need to find like a trance master to try and teach you how to get into that state.
You don't know how to get into that state.
Well, I mean, it just kind of it's second nature to me. I've been doing it since I was a baby. So I could try, but not. Is it time for the watch? Ready.
Yes. And then she'll leave.
Ignatius, you're like holding the other side of the tent. Was the Charlie? It's like,
Okay, Cassie, come on, let's go.
And Ignatius will lead Ash over to the snake and like be a little
Oh,
wary. Ash, Shar picked up for me on that one. I was caught off guard. Luckily, Shar
Oh.
found it.
okay. Well, thank you for the warning. Go and get some sleep.
I think I will.
Okay.
Have a good watch.
Mm-hmm.
brings us over to Ash. For your watch, go ahead and make a perception check if you would.
Oh, not bad. That is a total of 20.
Okay, and how would you like to go about watch? Just keeping, being central in the camp, keeping an eye around because it's so dense? Or are you trying to take time every so often to go up through the canopy and come back down?
She would take time every so often to go up and check, maybe just a couple of times during the watch.
Okay. How long would you say you spend above canopy where you can't see the camp?
Oh, I mean, at a time, probably just enough to get a look, like, so 5 minutes.
Okay. Just taking a glance around to check.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With your perception above the canopy, still night. You don't see any movement, in the jungle aside from some wind that's coming across the ocean, and it's a little harder to see ocean at this point because you're a good 2 days in on your journey. You can still see it in the distance, but you've definitely made some progress from the coast. You look up and you're like, yeah, I knew it. This is the direction to the middle of the island is right there. I was right.
That's where I was going before.
And keep a careful eye down below.
While she's up in the air, she would say a quick, just kind of like, "Oh, really, really help us. Great Martha's where we're traveling here. It's a lot of land, and that's it, though. And we're back down."
Back down. And from within the campsite, keeping a careful eye, you do catch something that might be a moth in the moonlight. That's, you know, just little rays of moonlight kind of piercing through this heavy canopy,
Oh,
but flapping. Maybe butterfly, maybe moth. Over near the edge of the camp. And check it
oh,
out.
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You head over and you find you're still in camp. You're just sort of on the edge of this little clearing you cut out, and you do see, in fact, it is a moth, a beautiful moth. You've never seen these decorations on a moth before, and lands on the side of one of the trees and just sits there nicely. Looks beautiful with the wings, and it seems to be resting.
Perfect. I've seen that before. That's amazing. She's going to just while it's resting there, just kind of like sit cross-legged, a few feet from it, and just kind of watch it. Probably like referencing her journal, with like things that she's written down of like different, like if a moth lands on a gravestone, but she's like, oh no, this isn't a graveyard.
Mm.
But I don't think that there's anything in there about it landing on a tree. So
Mm. Okay. Are you doing that? Drawing as a
mhm.
couple of stones shuffle directly behind you. And it's just Catherine. She forgot to use the bathroom like she before she went to bed, and now it's like, oh, I gotta go, I gotta go. So with that, we'll take our bio
Oh,
break. For for anyone else for anyone who's new doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We're gonna go knock that out, and then we'll be back with more jungle adventure. Catch you all in about 10. Oop, got a button to hit
ooh.
again. This is so nice. Good, good,
Rude.
good. Sorry.
But he's almost done. I got little feetsies on the back.
Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah, so cute. I can't wait.
I'll finish the tail and I'll be done.
Oh, so exciting. Well done. Well
I
done.
know. Thank you. Thank
I'll be
you.
right back.
Yep. Dan, behave.
If what?
What?
Oh, that's good. Oh. Oh. Okay. Let me mix up our audio here a little bit with just full-on jungle ambiance. There we go. You all set though? You need bullying? Nice. Okay. What's going on? Okay. Roger that. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Just you, so I'm going to bring us back. Rude. I'm just a wizard. All right, bringing us back, our beautiful faces back to the public. I know you covered up everyone else. All right. Well. Ash, yes. So your character uses the bathroom, goes back to bed. Yay. It's loud, but like, not enough to give away. Not just
What the hell? She is a lady.
I'm just kidding.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
All right. So Ash and the rest of your watch, thankfully, goes back without any issue. So I'm gonna let you role
Okay.
play waking up Razura and Catherine for their watch.
Yes, I. um. Yeah, I think that I should be pretty gentle with her waking up. So she would go over to like Grisera's tent. Hey, Grisera? Grisera, are you awake? Grisera? Zora,
Mm,
oh, does that mean you're awake?
No.
It's time for your watch. It's time to get up and watch the third one. It's your turn.
Do you speak Orcish?
No.
Okay, that's good because you have no idea what Grisura just said.
Well, that
Grisura
was-
swears,
That
says
was
something vulgar in
qualified.
Orcish. Quietly.
That was a few words I didn't understand. I'll just leave you to it. I'll go ahead and just and she would go over to Catherine's tent. Catherine. You awake?
Catherine immediately puts her hand on a hilt and then just kind of like,
Oh, no, it's just me. It's time for lunch, so you need to get up. And I just woke up with Zora, and it's so I'll just leave you to it. Okay, it seems like you're awake. Okay, I'll just wait outside until both of you are out. Okay, and she'll just kind of back out and just wait for them both to wake up before come out of the tent before she goes back to hers.
Grisura comes out reasonably quickly with, takes a big swig of water and seems reasonably well adjusted. Had lots of early mornings. She just had about, 30 seconds of hating the world, and now she's moved on.
Nice.
It looks like you're up, Court. I'm going to go back and actually I might be over by a tree over there, just kind of looking over my tarot cards. So just have at it. It's fine. And she'll go do her thing.
Okay.
Catherine reluctantly like grabs her weapons
Hmm.
and like, or no, she'll put one weapon like in its scabbard or whatever, and then she's like dragging the other one on the ground behind her, like she's like doing one of these, and then goes to find Grisura and like plops down. I don't like this.
Not fun, but survival. Everybody does their turn.
Of course.
So, can I ask a personal question?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you?
Well, my full name's Cathrilia, but everyone just calls me Catherine. But you knew
And
that.
sometimes you're 12 feet tall,
Oh.
and you look different.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Sure look like it started out as you.
Okay. So I would think of it as a possession, but like with consent. If that helps. I allowed Lilith to occupy my body, like just like my placeholder on this plane. So that she can do her thing. That makes sense.
So you and Lilith are different. You're not the same person.
Yes, Lilith is like a very powerful death over lady lord person. Overlady? I wanted to say overlord. Overlady.
Overlady is a word in this universe now. We're done.
Done. She is a
Mhm.
badass overlady of the afterlife.
And she
He
favors
helps-
you.
Sort of. Maybe. She's the reason I'm alive because I was dead before.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Wait. Is that the right thing to say?
You can. I'm way better now. I'm way better now. So, yeah, there's like a process. Like you go through stages and then I made a bargain with her and that's why I can do what I do and I go and hunt ghosts and undead people who have escaped her realm and help them back.
Even if they. I wanted to understand how you would come to be powerful, have power, have influence. But hearing that you had to both die and make a bargain, maybe that isn't my path.
I mean, I didn't plan on dying in the first place. It just sort of happened as a result of things.
Yes,
It was
does
out
that.
of my control. But I just wasn't ready. So he was like, you know what? I like you. But so I get to come back.
So you are beholden to her.
Yeah, but it was a good deal. But she
Seems
is
like
also
a
a
deal where you
vampire.
had no choice.
I mean,
Are you a vampire?
not like her.
So you are a vampire.
I don't know how that works. I don't
Brazura
have,
moves like 6 inches away.
it's it's not like it is not like that. I'm just saying she's a vampire overlady, overlass, primordial. And I just think I got some gifts. But like you've seen, I'm able to walk in the light. So obviously not a vampire. And I just sat in a hot spring, crossed lots of water. And I
Is
don't
that how
drink
that
blood.
works? Well, that
I
fair.
I
Okay.
assume
You'd have
that's
seen
what
that
I've
one.
heard.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can become a vampire.
Me or other people?
You
No,
told me you became a vampire.
no.
Well, Lilith is a vampire. You became Lilith.
Yes, no. I made a bargain with her to come back and be alive as me. But now I have powers that I didn't have before that made me stronger and more
Like a vampire.
dexterous. No, I'm not a vampire.
So if Lilith wanted, she could come back into your body and drain all of our blood tonight.
No,
No?
consent.
Doesn't have that power?
Consent.
Ah.
I asked Lilith to come help, and she asked if she could borrow my presence, my body, and I said yes. And that's how Ash is now here. And I'm sure that they had a similar like conversation of do you really want to come back? I haven't had a chance to talk to them yet. But I'm pretty sure there would have been some sort of bargain struck. Similar to mine. I hunt undead and ghosts and stuff like that to help Lilith out. Think of me
You
as like a supernatural slayer. It's fun. So see, I can't like I'm not a vampire.
so you kill ghosts.
Hmm?
You send ghosts to her for her benefit, not for theirs.
Well, to return them to like they have to go through that process to be ushered into the afterlife. There's a there is an order to things, both in the living realm and then the afterlife realm. And once you like the balance is no longer there if you're like running away and not willing to confront what you did while you were still living. So I don't know why my bargaining just happened to go through to Lilith to be like, hey, yeah, you can have a second chance under these terms. But I'm glad that they worked out. I found Char. I get to crochet whatever the fuck I want. And I have really badass sword skills that I never had before. So I think it was a good bargain. I don't recommend the dying part, but like
You think she is good?
Lilith? Yeah, I think so. She's kind. She's not like a crazed death machine, but she is very powerful. I wouldn't like purposefully like double cross her. It's a respect thing too.
Okay.
She's good.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That must have been difficult.
Okay. I'm sure I'll have to have a similar talk with Ash. So no, she's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch continues on as morning slowly starts to encroach. The um, sounds of the jungle begin to crescendo a bit. Birds are waking up. A lot of insects quieting down, but other sounds filling the space. I'm going to quickly cover, because I skipped over it entirely, shame on me, a couple of items. May I ask what everyone's, or rather, let me see what this would be, and then I'm going to ask everyone about their passive perception in a second, if you want to take a look at what yours is. And then let me know if anybody's is higher than...
No.
At a 12 or higher. 12 or higher. So Reserve is a no for passive perception. Ash, okay. Ignatius, Char, Jeffrey, okay. So I'm going to start with something that everyone would have noticed with Ignatius while back in the tub.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Outside of the anaconda, that was scare.
What?
Wow. It
that was
glows.
the antenna snake. I'm like, oh, and then it's an attack. Like no, it's just Ignatius. Let's see. A terrible scar. Yeah. Like oh, no one knows. A rather gnarly scar across and covering a large portion of a back. Clearly, some areas that were deeper than others, but just the whole thing has a pretty serious scar. Not a burn scar per se, but like some brutal bludgeoning or tearing damage. At some point, it's healed over, you know, as best it can, but it's a scar across the back. just to put that into something you would have seen. I want to check in. I'm gonna have to send you a direct message, Tasha. I've already checked with everyone else that I needed to. Where are you? Do you know? Oh, there you are. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the oh, there we go. I'm gonna send it in Discord. Hi. Let me know as you get a chance. Let's see. I don't think that anyone else has anything, given roles and things and messages I've sent. Um, but let me know once you can anyway about those, about that stuff. Excuse me. Very rejuvenating, quite a bonding experience, which is nice, especially after all the trekking up that coast alone. But let alone, you know, the dangers and everything you faced since. Nice to find such a hot spring, you know, on your journey so far. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Just okay. All right, let me check one other thing then while you're checking that stuff. Sasha, one other that, let's see. See if they have proficiency. See, cheese. Okay. Anyone have an 18 or higher passive perception?
No.
Okay. All right, so that thank you for letting me know. And then back over here. Nice. Okay. So let me check yours, Tasha, super quick. Anyone that has a let's see if anyone has all right, that would be anyone with a 15 or higher passive perception. Ignatius, Ash, and Shar. Okay. Ignatius, Ash, and Shar. You would have noticed a couple things on Kethri between the cannonballs and the swimming and the excited talking. First, a small brand marking on Kethri. Kethri, where would that be? Is there a place on you, arm or otherwise, that they might spot that?
Left that check.
No. The brand is on a bicep. I believe it's on an arm.
Okay. Oh, look at
It's on an
this. Nice.
There's one on the back of her neck, and then one on the arm.
Okay. All right, so we'll say I think brand on the side of the bicep there, and I will get just a minute. I'll let you all know what that looks like. May I ask what was it, Ash, Shar? Well, Shar, you know already. So Ash and Ignatius, can I have each of you, if you're proficient in religion, then make a no. Okay, yeah. The Great Mouth is all the yeah. Nice. Are you Ignatius?
Checking. Hold on.
Okay.
Religion? No, I am not proficient in religion.
All right, then the two of you can make a religion check with disadvantage if you would.
Okay.
Ah, yes, this searing mark that was left in this brand on Kedri's arm is a circle with a off of the perimeter, just a portion of a circle with three straight lines that run from this thicker raised circle towards this little outer perimeter circle down here. So three lines that run through. And I will grab that and get that to you so you can actually see it in Discord.
I also sent you a message for clarification.
Oh, okay. I will check that. All right. Ash, what did you get?
I rolled a 13 and a 20, so 13.
Okay. What was it? Zero. Nice. And Ignatius?
A 5. I mean, at disadvantage, I think it was a 6 and a 3. So
Oh man. Okay. All right. Additionally, on the back of her neck, tattoo looks very. It's unfamiliar. We're not sure what the symbol is supposed to be, other than it looks like is it a crescent moon, Catherine?
Yes.
I think it's like a okay.
It's yeah, crescent moon, but it's very intricate. There's like a design in the middle
Oh,
that looks kind of like
nice.
an arrow.
Oh, okay.
I
Beautiful.
can send it to you.
Okay, perfect. All right, I will quickly throw this into Discord so you can at least see what this is what the brand looks like on the bicep. And if you just want to upload it to Providence, Tasha, the tattoo, perfect. But you don't recognize Ignatius Ash. You didn't recognize whatever, if it's a symbol or otherwise. You know, you're not sure. But it looked really highly detailed and beautiful. That's a tattoo in the back of the neck, the moon, where it's a brand on the arm. Oh, how nice! That is beautiful. Nice. So the moon part here is tattooed right at the base of the neck there. All right, I think that's it for everybody and all their stuff. Let me send one more super quick message. I'm so sorry. I don't want to hold anyone up. I'm gonna send this in Discord to one of you. Wow, Dan, it'd really be great if you could type legibly.
I felt that.
Right. Um, okay, message sent to one of you in Discord. Just had the thought and thought I should check in since we're all in the uh, recovery zone there. Oh, excellent, excellent. While I'm checking in on that, we'll say the rest of that third watch wraps up nicely, and morning comes around. Everyone begins waking and preparing for the day. Oh, right. Yeah, I think there isn't anything too much of note outside of maybe, Grisura has some light scar here and there. Nothing like the one on Ignatius' back or anything, but you would notice like, oh yeah, there's a scar or two there. Sort of like a battle scar here and there. All right, I think that covers all of that. Let me get back over here. With the day ahead of you, belly's full of breakfast. Let me know if anyone has any role play. Otherwise, I'll get us back underway for looking kind of reaches Center Island. Okay. Same leaders today. Ignatius and Shar and Grisura aiding.
Mhm.
All right. May I have Ignatius and Shar make survival checks? Again, Ignatius, you can make yours with advantage thanks to Grisura's help. And Ignatius, let me know what you get first.
21.
Oh, nice. Okay. And Shar?
24.
Nice, nice. I've got this. No, I've got this.
Oh.
Who
Just
dat?
kidding. Well, Grant, I mean, you two are very on track for the day. You take off, and about an hour and a half in, around then, I'll say I'll ask everyone to make a wisdom save. Again, Ignatius and Shar have advantage. And Ignatius, let me know what you get.
Ooh. 12.
12, okay. Ash?
18.
Okay. Grisura?
19.
Nice. All right. Shar?
21.
Okay. And Catherine? Oh, no.
8.
That was your low roll face. Yeah. All right. So, I believe that's Ignatius and Catherine. You're pretty confident you know which way you're going, but it is not the same way that Shar is guiding you. Like it's definitely this way. Grisura is there too with Shar. Like it's this is north, so this is where we need to go. Shar's definitely got us. Ignatius, you've been doing this a long time, and you're positive. Like you agree, like yeah, that's where you go. But as you start walking and navigating the trees, you just find yourself like off pace and going off to, you know, uh, off to the west more instead of northwest. And Kethri, same thing. You're like another day of this, but at least Ignatius is on your side today. So
Finally. About time you join my side.
Let me know collectively what you'd like to do to corral that into one unified direction. It doesn't take
What
long
are
to
y'all
see
doing?
that.
Uh Heading towards the center like we did yesterday.
Northwest, right? Northwest,
Yeah,
Ignatius?
which is this way.
Right?
Ignatius,
See?
I
No,
don't.
north is that way.
Yeah, we've been going. Y'all are going the wrong way.
It's like you see the
What
way
keeps
they're
happening?
pointing and you agree. You're like, yeah, it's northwest. But once you start walking, is when you start like stepping through the trees. The local movement as it gets you off.
Yeah, see, the right way. This is the right way.
No, y'all keep. Oh, jeez. Dan, would Ash remember like this same like that same feeling before, and like would she recognize like, oh, this is what was happening the other day?
um, Ash wouldn't. I don't think. I
You're
mean,
saying
you
Ash
know,
is
you
stupid. I'm
kind
just
of.
kidding.
No, I mean,
Kidding, I'm
like,
kidding.
oh, maybe this is what they meant the other day. Like, you wouldn't be confident, but you'd be like, oh, maybe. Like, I was just on the other
Oh.
side of this today. And Ignatius, you'd pretty quickly
Mm,
know, like, is it this? Who's wrong? Am I wrong, or are they
Right.
under this? Like that's the thing. You don't know which of you is wrong. Which. So, Ash, to answer your question, you wouldn't know like you're correct. You just know that it's different than the other people. And that might have happened to you yesterday, or maybe it happened to them yesterday, and you were fine. You don't know.
Quit gaslighting me.
Ignatius, can I try something here with your permission?
Sir, yeah, but Ignatius is really confused and he's puzzled and he's like, yes, please. I'm out of it. I'm out of sorts here. I'm not sure.
I don't really think this will work, but there's no harm in trying it. And Brazura will cast a spell magic on Ignatius.
Okay. Hmm, let me see. Sure. All right. Here or magical effect within range. So you being familiar with the spell, just double check because you can choose a creature, object, or magical effect within range. Do you think that you would test him as a subject or test a magical effect?
It's unclear to me because I don't know. First of all, I don't know that Ignatius shared the detect magic, revealed magic all around us, but it's unclear to me whether there is now a spell affecting Ignatius, and the way to remove that would be to target him specifically,
Mm-hmm.
to target the spell, which may still be in there. Like I don't know that Agurzer is going to know enough.
Okay. Okay.
She's also not trained in Arcana, so I don't know that she's necessarily going to naturally go the right way here.
Gotcha. All right, you cast the spell magic on Ignatius, and Ignatius, you give it a test if you want, because you're both kind of like, yeah, that's the way. And it's when you walk that the issue presents. So you give it a fresh test after dispel magic, and you are walking very clearly in the same direction as Shar and everyone. It seems to have dispelled whatever was mystifying sense of direction.
Oh,
You no longer seem to be going off course with everybody else.
Whatever it was, you affected it. Seems like I can get my bearings again. Thank you. Maybe we should
We're
try
going
that
the wrong way.
on Ketri.
I can cast dispel magic on Kathy.
Okay.
Yeah, so Ash will talk to Grisora and just be like, okay, well, how did you, what did you target, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
To know, so she knows what to do and what to focus on, and we'll go and cast dispel magic on Kathy.
All right, you cast that. Catherine.
Catherine turns into a frog.
Yeah. Oh, no, it dispel humanity. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you test too, and as you're walking, I mean, it feels the same, right? But you are now walking with that. I mean, like, yeah, well, now I guess you've all got it right because this is the way I was going before.
yeah.
Even
Like,
if it
thanks for
wasn't.
finally going the direction I was heading.
It worked. You just spelled whatever was wrong. That's all.
Ash
Shara gives her like a
apologizes.
light punch on the arm.
Ow! What's that for?
Ignatius will open his notebook and make a small note in his notebook, sort of like a
Does
just
does anyone know what spell this could be?
DM?
Again, I'm asking as somebody who isn't Arcana trained, so I really don't think Grisura is going to have any kind of clue or insight. But if
yeah, I mean,
kind of warrant any,
I mean,
Neither.
Okay.
yeah. Because Ash is proficient in Arcana, but
Make a history check to be aware because it's not a thing you know personally.
Ah.
It's magic, and you can kind of feel that now. I mean, you know it is because you dispelled it, but knowing it would be history, probably a disadvantage for Ash. If Ignatius and Shar wanted to, they could do it with advantage given their histories. Sorry, Ash.
unbelievable.
They've experienced it
Yeah.
before.
It's only an 11.
Okay. It's tough. Yeah, it's definitely something on a larger scale than you're accustomed to. So it's a little tough to tell. But if Ignatius or Shar roll that history check with advantage, then let me know what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shar doing that? Okay. I was saying Ignatius and Shar can roll with advantage a history check if they want to figure out, like, see if they have an idea what the spell may be, as Ash was kind of discussing. And
16.
Ignatius?
Natural 20 for 25.
The two of you definitely in the same location at different times encountered this with that other location where the other elder dragon. And now you didn't know that at the time, Ignatius. You just knew like that location would not let you through. You're not really sure what the spell is, but it clearly mystifies the sense of direction. Shar, you of course have a better understanding, knowing that elder dragon is able to do that to an area of regional effect to keep people at bay to find them. You don't know the name of the spell, but you know that it's a dragon-based thing. One of their regional effects. If you wanted to share, as Ash was sort of like, I think it was Ash anyway, or maybe it was I think it was Ash asking, "What could this be?"
That was Crisora.
It was Grisura. Okay, thank you.
It's of the dragon's doing. Perhaps you can ask them when we arrive.
Oh, okay, I will.
All right. So yeah, and then yeah, Ignatius will connect the dots on the with the other location.
Mm-hmm.
Open his notebook again and make another note.
Yeah. It was a yeah.
Yeah,
That must be
especially
a
with a big
dragon.
yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Perhaps we should make haste and travel as far as we can today, because tomorrow this could happen to all of us.
Indeed.
We might lose our chance.
And if it's
Oh.
directing us this way, then we should go in the opposite direction.
I'll
So
cautiously follow your lead.
So it was pushing us west, right? The spell was pushing us west.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we'll head east.
Are you heading directly east, or you've been
yes.
northwest so far?
So let's see if we're bending northwest, and we get. I think he's want us. Yeah, northeast.
Come on, Ignatius, do this triangulation. You got this.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so you continue journeying. By lunchtime, the heat has really, really picked up.
Oh,
More so than it's been. It's probably in the low 100s, mid 100. You know, the aughts of
Ew.
100 there, in Fahrenheit.
Does anybody else just feel like really overwhelmingly glad we're on solid ground again?
not with this heat. No.
Mm.
Shar kind of freezes her hand and reaches out towards Ash.
What are you doing?
May I?
Do you need some privacy?
Um.
Kind of like testing your forehead kind of gesture.
Oh. Oh. She'll kind of lean in.
It'll be cold from the ice.
Oh, your icy hand gives a nice.
Ah.
Oh, yep.
Ash just kind of like leans into it. And just kind of like turns your face.
Lay down. Yeah. Nice. Excellent. All right. Yeah. I mean, you push through some lunch. You know, you're gonna need your energy today. You hit your carbs from the food and continue on. About an hour and a half later, you notice that the temperature's dropped by maybe. I'm sorry, dropped. It's spiked by another like 10 degrees after about an hour and a half of travel. You continue a little further, another hour and a half. it's dropped down 15 degrees. It was just one area that really spiked high, and you're noticing that it's kind of dropped back down to, it's still hot, but much more manageable. I'll give you a minute to kind of, catalog it. Let me know if you're just writing it down and continuing on, or
Does this Char Ignatius? Does this mean we've passed something, or are getting close to something, or we've been turned around? That's north, by the way.
you are on course in the northeastern direction. Ignatius, I mean, you've traveled a lot of locations, and there's always a reason for something like that. It's rare to have a sudden temperature spike and drop. Something's going on in that area to cause that. What it is, you're not sure, but it would be something pretty impactful. So it might be a clue.
Yeah, maybe we should double back to that, as everybody is not going to enjoy it, except won't matter to me. Sorry, but I think that hot zone is something that needs to be see how persistent that is. See if it's persistent in the direction, or it just comes and goes.
Okay. You kind of start
Ash?
backtracking. Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I had the end question.
Oh, yeah, shoot.
I suppose that it's not. I suppose it's not in this world that having spirits around makes the temperature colder, right?
You can ask Catherine. Catherine would know.
I know, but like, if it's not something that's like believed in any part of this world, then Ash wouldn't even know to ask.
Okay, make it just a generalized history check. If you get a 13 or
Okay.
higher, there might be like a
I got
vibe
an
check.
8.
Okay. I mean, you haven't heard enough about, there isn't
Okay.
enough communication to hear a lot about like rumors of ghosts and vampires and what's
Okay.
good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. It just hit me, and I was like, "Oh, I'll ask before, just assuming." So
Nice. Okay, all right, Ignatius, you turn this truck right around, and you start heading back, and yeah, the temperature spikes right back up in that area. You get back to where you're sort of feeling it's the hottest, but so far you've just perfectly backtracked thanks to your notching and other stuff. You're in the spot. You kind of pass it, and the temperature goes down. You kind of come back, hot, cold, right? And you're in a pretty toasty spot. Um, what would you like to do from here? Cast other directions, or
Yeah, I mean, just
Are
Ignatius
the
would probably
trees?
go ahead.
Are the
Okay.
trees still really thick in this area?
So are the trees wet?
Still really thick in this area?
Yeah, still pretty dense.
juicies.
Ignatius would start literally, probing,
Mm-hmm.
taking 20 paces.
I think we're off of Twitch.
Hmm?
Oh,
We're off of Twitch.
Oh, my thing
Just
hasn't even
stopped.
caught up yet.
Oh yeah.
oh,
It says, check it out.
Yeah, I
No.
refresh and it's just the landing page.
What? Alright, it still says I'll have to wait
Here we
for
go.
OBS to
Oh,
catch
wait.
up because it's
An
saying
ad
it's still
popped
streaming.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I mean it says all the viewers dropped off. So here we go. Here's my error. Alright, yeah. Disconnected, attempting to reconnect. So I think we might be coming back up. Let me know
Me?
if
Yeah, it seems like Twitch might be having trouble because the ads are like pausing for
Yeah.
me too. So
It's just
Okay.
showing me an egg.
Yay!
Not moving. Refreshing.
I
Just
think I'm
okay.
getting a foam roller ad.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
Oh,
Which
mine's
no pun them,
changed.
I have 2. So
Oh, it
Don't
shows
really
us
need
back
another
one now. I
Yay!
just refreshed.
All right, well that's a relief. My goodness.
Are we?
Yay!
We did it.
Good job, team.
Um,
Way to muscle through.
Maybe. Mine's still frozen though.
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
Oh, it's
we answer that question.
wah.
And then for me, it's like buffering a lot. But
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Same
so
twin.
probably not a
Same
you problem,
twin.
Dan. I'm sure it seems like a Twitch thing.
Did it? I'm sorry. Did it poop out again, or is it back?
It's just buffering. It's just buffering, really. Like it's back, but it's just like buffering a lot.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll do our best. Let me know, chat, if it clears up or Dasha and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna check somebody else's channel.
How dare you?
Just to make sure that they're not having issues either.
Yeah, it all depends on where they're like connected to OBS, like what servers they're connected to with Twitch though. Like some servers might be okay, but like the server that we use for the channel might be down, might be having issues.
I gotcha.
All right, just updating someone.
So it hates us.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Okay. I had to quickly update someone with a fact that they didn't know, but they should have because I just failed to give them this information. I've updated that in case that ends up being helpful here. All right, so I will jump back. We'll jump back into the story. Hope for the best with OBS here. And I've updated the person. I'm so sorry that I didn't get this info to you sooner. As it probably would have been helpful maybe just a few minutes ago, but hopefully not too late. As Ignatius, you've all stopped. It's definitely hotter here, and you all see Ignatius start like walking in different directions, testing temperature. I'll give a moment for any RP.
Have you found the spot where it's hottest?
Almost. I'm trying to see if it gets hotter. Literally doing the hot potato, walking around. You know, marking every place that it starts to wane, and then coming back to where it's hottest to see if it's uh, changing direction or just staying in that one spot that it's hottest.
The hotter it is, the closer we are.
Is it worthwhile trying to go up or down?
I don't believe so.
You do find that so you're heading east, the north. Walking into the north, Ignatius, it does. I mean, you have to walk a little more than 20 bays, but you do feel like in that direction after some testing, north is hotter than it is here.
Well, good news and bad news for everyone. It found a direction it's getting hotter, and bad news is it's getting hotter. It'll start walking north.
Oh,
Missouri will take up the rear and make sure nobody else goes off course.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
How dare.
Yeah. I need to make sure it's not the boys messing up the internet.
Our DM got confused and thought Frank was telling him to go north.
Yeah.
Yes. Just immediately
that was
started
it.
going north.
Go north
Yeah.
then.
Well, in the meantime, do we want to talk about Ignatius's gnarly back scar?
Yes. Jesus.
Mm.
We are all curious.
Okay, so sorry. Let's see if that helps. It is dropping frames like a maniac. All right. All right, so Shar, I'm sorry I got the info to you that late. But yeah, you recognize this now that you're getting the feeling that it's a heat-based thing, which I think you shared anyway. But follow the heat. Ignatius, you are following the heat. Guiding everyone because we're following out the back, making sure no one's getting lost. You walk and it gets another 12, 15 degrees high. It's like pushing upper, like 118 Fahrenheit or so in this next area. And I have everyone make a perception check, as I imagine you're all trying to stay alert and be keen on the temperature and surroundings and stuff. And
Wow.
we'll start with Grisura. Once you're all set, let me know what your perception check is.
18.
18, okay. Ash?
That's a 7.
7, okay. Ignatius?
19.
19, okay. Shar?
19.
19. And Catherine?
19.
Okay. All right. Ash, you're like,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
melting.
Ash is definitely being as over dramatic as possible.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh.
I think I've lost 30 pounds in this seed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Char will offer a cold hand silently again.
Oh,
Just like presses it against her face.
amazing. You all kind of collectively with those great rolls. You do spot you're walking through. There's a couple rock, larger boulders that come up out of the ground, and some smaller hills in this area that you're passing through. And there's this overgrowth of plant life on the sheer side of one of these large hills. You're approaching the sheer side, and there's an additional warmth that's emanating from the plants there. The plants are exuding heat, even a little toastier than the 118 degrees you're in. And I'll just let you kind of take it from there, as that's a clue that you all kind of flew in on.
Can I investigate it?
Absolutely.
She says
And there are just
reluctantly.
points right there.
Nice.
Great.
It's a 6, so pointing does not help
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah. It's
Well.
hot. Yeah, the plants are throwing heat. Like just a dense, viney, mossy, sheer wall on the side of the hill that's just radiating that heat. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
I'll take a look, but I'm going to ask Ignatius would ask Char to stay right behind him.
Okay. Nice. All right, go ahead
So-
and make an investigation if you would. Yeah.
30, 20, 18 plus 2.
Oh, nice. As you get closer, you find that what seemed like a hardened wall behind this plant life is actually just the thick intertwining of all this plant life. Behind it is an open cave. If you were to chop through this, you could walk through into actually a large cave opening behind it. Lots of which is where the heat's truly coming from, behind the plants.
Okay. I'll relay that information both to Char and to everyone else. And progress through. I'll take a sip. This is knowing what we're looking for and the sensitivity to it. He's not going to really hack, really fiercely. Just sort of like uses scimitar and cut the vegetation away without seeming too threatening, if that's a thing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Just still trying to figure out what's going on with the thing. I think it's just it's either Twitch or it's just my internet being dumb or something. Um, anyhow, all right. So you're clearing it away cautiously. You said,
Mm-hmm.
Ignatius. Okay. Um, yeah, I think it's my internet. Yeah, it's running. I mean, decent, but slower than it usually does. Anyway, as you carefully clear it away, you're looking back. Um, you manage to create an opening through this kind of hardened encased um, wall of flora that everyone can fit through. And you see a relatively dark cave within. The sun is shining in from the hole you made a bit, but otherwise dark and seems to just head downward, down into the earth.
Did you want me to get my lights going? Would that help?
Yes, it would.
Put them inside. Ash will cast dancing lights. And yeah.
I'm gonna position myself at the front of this charge.
Um,
Oh yeah, Ignatius would definitely encourage and or allow that. Yeah.
right.
Also, at this point, probably Ignatius will probably apologize. Listen, I really can't tell, but let me know if it becomes unbearable. The heat becomes unbearable.
Yeah, it's so fine for
I mean,
Ignatius here.
so just so I know.
Sure.
Oops. All right. Yeah, he gets it doesn't rise too much more than that. Maybe tops out around 120 degrees Fahrenheit here, which we can navigating. Is there anyone that does not have dark vision? Or Ash, you said you're putting out the lights? Or no?
Yeah, she's putting up the dancing
Okay.
lights.
You got the dancing lights as you navigate through. It doesn't descend too far, but there's a gradual downward slope. Twists and turns as you navigate. Another quake. Zone, some water pours through. Little, faucet of it almost. Nothing intense. As some more stone, rubble, and bits shake, might fall free from up above, and then it subsides. And continue down until through the dark, the dancing lights are illuminating the space until it opens up into a much larger cavern. And the ceiling of this space is maybe 50, 60 feet high, and it's just stone, dark slate like stone, as well as the ground is just the stone of the cave. But in a banner around the center of the whole thing is like a layer, maybe 8 feet tall, of a greenish blue glowing crystal. A big band of it all the way around lights this big cavern that's maybe a couple 100 feet deep, a couple 100 feet wide, and again, like 40, 50 feet tall. Um, you don't.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Fascinating.
There's some water that's pooled up in certain spots on the floor, some larger mineral formations that have created little mounds and spikes around. So you can't see entirely clearly across the whole thing. There's a lot of these mineral deposits. But there's a little bit of a not a boil to the water, but crystal clear water in the ground. And if you step through it at all, you'll feel it's nice and toasty. And you only get a few footsteps in. You don't see anything in the center here because it does go down a little. It's hard to see past these things, but you definitely, in your minds, all of you hear um, in common. Um, actually, you all hear, well, in Draconic, but only Shar will understand. Who approaches me? The rest of you heard that in Draconic.
In Draconic. My name is Shar Elder, and I travel with my compatriots. We were sent by Asgarath. Please, we wish to relay an important message.
The voice in everyone's minds. I guess first, Shar again in Draconic. I will I will hear what you have to say, but no games.
And
I
Grizzer
read
is going
the-
to cast comprehend languages.
Oh,
as this goes
okay.
on.
So you would have heard that second part, Grisura. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I'll leave it to Grisura and Shar if you want to share that with the rest of the group. Got to go ahead to move forward and talk to them.
Turning back to the rest of them and speaking in common. They will hear what we have to say, but do not surprise them. Do not disrespect them. I don't wish to die today, and I don't think the rest of you do either. And she'll start moving forward.
Okay. All right. Well, let me just make sure. Yeah, you've got the name of the other one too that you know. Okay. You all approach, and as you do, it's sort of like walking over a rounded, mounded hill of stone, and being revealed as you crest this is indeed an ancient dragon, elder dragon. Um, Not as big as Asgarath in the sky, but and not quite as big as the bit of Asgarath left behind that you watched over for a few days. But still, that's a huge milestone, a huge marker. It's still a massive ancient dragon. Beautiful red scales that dip from crimson to brighter reds in places. Um, just looms sort of perched, arm over arm, laying on their belly. Um, over let's see what would be out here. Yeah, over a number, quite a few mound of gems. There's gold here and such, but it's not coins. It's just gold. Platinum. It's just ore, uh, which is still worth obviously a lot. But other treasures may be picked from sunken ships and otherwise here. They're just resting on. And out loud in this big dragon form, as you approach, you get about 30 feet away and remain there. You say Asgarath has sent you. How did you encounter?
We were traveling in the mountains when they were attacked by a primordial.
So Asgrath is not dead.
Not dead, but separated.
Tell me everything you know. Tell me your message.
Before I roleplay that out, I just want to make sure I remember
Mhm.
the message correctly.
Mhm.
Um, is you broke apart in order to stay alive, but now those pieces are like powerful children that are going to wreak havoc if left unchecked.
Oh, Lennox updated you that they each have perhaps a piece of the Primordial's axe, like a shard of that onyx embedded within them, and that removing that might let their inherent wisdom that they should have kick in and pull them out of like the wee state that they're in.
Just say that I convey all of that.
Absolutely, yeah. You say all of
And-
that.
Dan,
Yes.
if you're cool with like not overly role playing this,
Mhm.
Grisura can use her keen mind to go right down to like individual, like this is exactly what was said.
Perfection.
She'll let Shar lead, but
Mhm.
try to make sure Shar doesn't go off course.
Okay. Nice. Excellent. Yes, that's perfect.
I realize it's
Okay.
kind of lazy role play. I'm like letting my character know stuff that I don't remember, but
Then
if
no,
you're
that's
okay with it.
fine. That's kind of the fun of having that too. Is once you've experienced it, a lot of this recounting is. I'm always okay to kind of. So they'll. I see. Then Asgrath is sleeping to recover. Based on how badly they're injured, you mentioned, I don't think they'll be. I don't think they'll be able to properly recover without their lost parts. Asgrath's power helps keep us all obscured. And knowing you were coming, I wouldn't have kept the veil up. My apologies. This is concerning on a number of levels. Asgrath watches over. There are 5 of us left, Elder Dragons. I mean, there's a handful of us, rather. Only 5 of our eggs remain, based on what you've shared of what happened to the 6th. Outside of Zonheim. I deem you trustworthy, knowing that you looks to Shar, no Quaylen, sense them in your presence as well. Goes a long way. I will share with you then that not long ago I was visited by another Elder Dragon who insisted that Asgrath had been slain.
When?
Well, judging by your timeline, preemptively. The day of the attack, perhaps earlier, which is why it's so disconcerting that this Elder Dragon would claim Asgrath slain before this encounter took place. You must know that Asgrath has instructed us to remain in hiding and bide our time to engage with the mortals of this world until a time when the world had settled more. Mortals were ready to greet us as allies and not monsters or threats. the elder dragon that visited insisted, and has for some time, that our time in rather insisted that our time in hiding was up, was done, now that Asgrath had been slain, and that we should arm and prepare ourselves to face the threat that the mortal races be to us. They, just as some of the other elder dragons, have long grown tired of waiting in the shadows of this new world, and have often spoken out to take their place in this new world. So I thought this visit was him using our great loss of Asgarath to push his own ideals, push me to join, or rally to join their cause. But hearing now that Asgarath lives makes me rejoice, but also concerns me greatly. I mentioned the timing. The day and time Asgrath was attacked, according to you, it was that earlier that morning that this elder dragon had visited me with the declaration that Asgrath was dead by nearly 2 hours. And now I fear that he and perhaps some of the other elder dragons may have played a role in the attack on Asgarath, and maybe further planning on making a move against the mortal races. And this is an even greater threat now that these 7 new dragons are in existence, though I fear the elders behind this may intend on using these new dragons as well for their means. I fear your help is all the more needed now. Done a great service bringing this information to me. I'll share it with Make the Journey. I'll share the news with other dragons that I know to be against these nefarious ideals and plans. But indeed, your help is needed all the more now. As Ugrath slumbers, assuredly then. And likely several of the other elder dragons have something nefarious in motion. I implore you, please continue using your skills, your fortitude, your strengths to find these 7 new dragons. Remove the pieces of this axe embedded. Find those that you can ally with to assist. I agree. I believe that if these shards are removed, their inherent draconic wisdom will take over. And allow them to return to Asgarath, that Asgarath may properly be healed. There has been a surplus of sea life migrating through the waters of Reese Isles here. All fleeing changes taking place near Dome Fury Landing to the east. From what some of these creatures speak of, there are terrible storms, waters icing over, dangerous undertows, and even whirlpools opening up in the ocean. These are all signs of a white dragon taking up residence. The unbridled nature of these regional effects makes me believe it's one of the new dragons. I think that may be a good place to start if you're willing to take up this mantle. And I know this is a great deal to ask, but there's a great deal at stake that would involve all of us, dragons, mortals, and everything in between in this new world. I would implore you to consider continuing to lend your assistance. But this is a lot, I know. Ask me questions if you have any, please.
Breaking the stoic face a bit,
Mm-hmm.
the look of uneasiness, kind of glancing back. Might we know your name?
I'm sorry, what's that? What was?
Might we know your name?
Of course. A moment, please. And their form shifts from the dragon down, down, down. And you witness, Chris Shar, you've seen this once before. Everyone else watches as this shifts down into a humanoid figure, about 5'8", just a humanoid. Looks very like simple, um, athletic build. Their ears aren't quite elven. They're sort of like half elf in peak, but they have a few ridges here. And while their complexion looks nearly flawless, the light catches every so often, and you can see sort of scales, very smooth scales that just shimmer for a moment before like being obscured by just the normal vision of flawless skin. And she, very feminine form, approaches you all. My name is Aki, the Curious. See they. Is a gentle bow, all of you.
We have the spelling of that, please.
Mm-hmm. Akii.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. The Curious, she they. Please.
Rizura will introduce herself. Rizura, she, her.
Pleasure.
Nations, give a deep bow.
Pleasure.
I'm Ash. She, her.
Greeting.
Catherine will try to pronounce because I know Shar has been trying to teach Catherine some Draconic, and she doesn't know a whole lot, but she at least knows how to say hi
Yeah,
in Draconic. So she'll do that first, and then say, Catherine, she, her. Hello.
He replies in Draconic with a hello back, the usual greeting back.
Yay.
Comment. The heiress says her thing.
I gave my name
Oh,
when we were
okay.
trying not to
Right.
die.
Nice. Understood. Well, I'm sure there are a great number of questions, and I have more to ask of you to share with you. But first, let me welcome you warmly and properly. And waves her hand, and as she does, around you forms uh, the interior of a building. A huge room forms with a long table full of food, a beautiful spread and wine, and a building just forms out of nothing around you all, enclosing you in a nice temperature controlled on his faces. You instantly feel the coolness. Oh,
Right.
uh,
Ash just collapses.
comfortable, lovely furniture space, and please sit, recover, dine, and let us get to know one another. I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. Nice, nice, nice.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, you did it! You made it! Yay!
We
Found the
did a
dragon.
thing.
Oh, thank you, it's Cliff Gaming for the raid. Hearts. Sorry, internet or something still being kind of buggy here, but yeah, I had a blast tonight. I hope you all did. Really, great
Yay!
work. Yeah, yeah. Navigating the island and its perils and discovering, the dragon ultimately. That's really cool. I'm excited for next week. We can get into a little bit of like getting to know them, and they've probably got some nice little rewards to help you on your way. Woo woo! Look forward to that.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. So for anyone new, you've been watching Provenance, our Friday night campaign. Um, D&D 5th edition. You can catch us every Friday, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. And if you had fun, consider giving it a follow. We have 3 campaigns we play across the week, and that way you can just be notified when we go live for all the fun. But I hope to at least catch you next Friday. Find out what's going to go down from here. In the meantime, I think we can go raid our friends over at Enchanting Sorcerer. And so take care, everyone. Have just the very best night. And I look forward to catching you again soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks again for the raid.